Welcome everybody to Markonomics 101 presents Hoot Loot, the place to be informed, be amused, but never be misled. Today we are bringing you to 2021, which in the movie Mad Max, which many of you may have remembered from the outback in Australia and the Barbie, they had a kind of a lawless society, and I guess maybe there's some similarities to today. So we're going to go through that. But anyway, we have some incredible content. You can survive this apocalypse that's coming, this Mad Max, this lawlessness, by looking at some of our recommendations. We're proud to show them to you. We ended the year with a bang, and there's some more good things to happen. Hit the subscribe button right here. Please send us your comments, and we're ready to go to the charts. All right, let's go to the charts. This is going to be an amazing show today because we're going to look at 2021 not only as the disaster that it's going to be for a lot of people, but the opportunity it can be for you, especially the subscribers who are going to get to see every show. If you do, hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell up there, and make sure you don't miss any show that we do because they're all relevant. We always show you trading ideas, everything. So let's start with the Dow. Right now, the Dow has been in an uptrend, but it's got a little bit of a bearish ascending wedge. Well, one of the things we're seeing is that the stock markets are starting to fracture a little bit, and a lot of the leadership is just getting a little softer in the underbelly. So it still seems to have some way to go, but we're starting to see that happen. So the NASDAQ, bearish ascending wedge too. I mean, this thing, it's broken out, it's making new highs, but I don't like the way this looks. That is a kind of reversal pattern that gets people into trouble. And you know what? People are buying these incredible stocks, and we're gonna show you some of them at incredible prices. These are the small caps. These are just on a tear. The reason for the red, in that upward trend channel there, is that these things are going up so fast, so quickly. Exhaustion, fear of missing out, everything's going on. These things are just destined to catch people off guard. So same with the S&P 500. It's kind of just barely going up, and it's still making new highs, but it's not really, like, there's not a lot of oomph to it. So the transports are still in that 7-point reverse wave that we've talked about. That's kind of that's labeled here. They're still above their trend line, which is in green, but this is a reversal pattern and a pretty good one. It tends to work pretty often. So we're kind of split 50-50 on a lot of the markets here for the moment, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Nothing that requires getting involved with yet. The U.S. dollar is kind of the key, and basically it is the meltdown of the U.S. dollar which is driving a lot of the action, especially in things like cryptocurrencies, which are going crazy. But look at this thing. I mean, the dollar is absolutely getting the stuffings beaten out of it, and it makes it the Fed much less able to do what the hell they do, and much less able to rescue investors, who all believe they're going to be rescued by the Fed. Wonder where they got that idea. 10-year Treasury bonds, maybe they broke down a little bit. I don't think so. I think these things are ultimately moving higher because we are seeing signs of inflation. 30-year bonds, we've shown you this before. These are ready to start cooking. I just don't know exactly when. Here's the reason why. The CRB is the commodities index. The commodities index is just chugging along. I mean, pretty much everything is in sync going up, or everything, like the dollar is in sync going down. It doesn't really matter. Unleaded gasoline going up, but no one's driving anywhere. So, it's all dollar related. Oh, I put it in twice. I liked it so much. Crude oil actually is not going up quite as fast, but it looks like it is going to go up. For whatever reason, we're seeing a lot of stuff in the charts about the economy cooking, and maybe not yet, but investors really think it's going to. Copper, here's another sign of inflation right here. Copper is also very correlated to the economy. It's starting to go parabolic. That's kind of exhaustive, and copper's been a great commodity play, but look at how far it's gone. It's not really, it's nothing really to make money in right now. Speaking of which, Bitcoin. Okay, this is the again the Bitcoin Grayscale Trust. So this is kind of like an ETF run by the Winklevoss brothers. At least you can't get hacked in this thing. But Bitcoin has gone to now $33,000 as of today, Saturday, January 2nd, 2021, middle of the day. It is absolutely, there's a short squeeze. It's going crazy. And I don't know. People are buying it and they don't even know why they're buying it. All they know is this is the kind of emotional, extreme type of fear of missing out and greed that you see at major market tops. I mean, Bitcoin is telling you that it's there. I'm seeing it everywhere. So this one is a really, this one and the dollar, two of the most important charts you're going to see. Palladium, another metal that's up. Well, one of the reasons it's up is not only inflation, but very important to electronic vehicles. So we all know that they're going to take over the world soon. Platinum also going up, screaming up, as a matter of fact. It has its own uses. The metals are definitely moving. Oh, we've got crude oil again, just in case you missed it the first time. Alcoa, these are some of the companies that actually we're going to go through right now that are actually very indicative and informative of what's going on in the world. You can kind of get a really good idea of what's happening by looking at individual companies. And that's really part of what this section is for, is individual companies. Alcoa, an aluminum manufacturer, the thing has gone completely crazy. Parabolic uptrend, not really the kind of thing you want to see. Pretty much a dangerous thing. So this one may have already, may need to rest for a while. Apple is starting to look good all of a sudden. It didn't. It kind of looked tired. It's looking good now. It almost looks like a parabolic trend line is starting with it. I mean, I don't know how many multiples higher it can go, but we'll see, I guess. Amazon, too, is looking like it's in a positive pattern, so, I'll put it in green. Costco, again, now that we're down to 4 retail stores or 5, Costco's doing well. Ford, I don't know who's buying these cards, but somebody is. Economy, again, investors are expecting it to be strong, although I'll tell you, there's a lot of things that are not strong right now, so this is all anticipatory. We'll see if it happens or how much. Facebook, not looking as good as it used to look. I think those fact checkers finally, checked too many facts and kind of weighed this thing down, so not looking too good. It still could break out, but I don't think it will actually this time, so we'll see. This is Fiat Chrysler. Again, I know people are buying cars like crazy, so here you go. Here's more evidence of it, how rich everybody is. Freeport McMoran, this is a industrial metals company. Again, just parabolic. It could go higher, but I mean, look how much something like this has gone up. Big copper, big gold, nickel, zinc, that kind of thing. FedEx, one of the reasons the transports are so strong, although FedEx is making what looks like it could be a rounded top. And again, the transports, as you recall, were in a 7-point reverse wave. So this is one of the companies that's been dragging it higher, and it doesn't look so good right now. So, we may have peaked this cycle. We'll see. It's just, that's one of those little warning signs, as is General Motors. I mean, this one, got exhaustive. Looks like it's also peaked. Google, not necessarily a good pattern. I don't know. I'd still give it kind of, 50-50-ish. Doesn't tell me much. Hospital Corp of America, what does that tell me? It tells me how good business it is to get everybody sick and then mutate and whatever the hell else they're doing. And you can cause, like you can cause a complete apocalypse like you see going on behind me with these idiots back here. Can you believe these guys back here? It's because of people like that we have this now. Well, I have to live with it. At least I can, I don't know. Anyway, Hospital Corp shows you how good, it is, Cygnus is. This is the actually the holding company for the New York Stock Exchange. It's called the Intercontinental Exchange, or ICE. It is not there to get your illegal aliens. This actually is the owner of the New York Stock Exchange, which is public, and this is making new highs. This tells you that New York Stock Exchange still, there's some indication it's going higher. This is the Renaissance IPO for IPO ETF. This is where the new IPOs go, like the DoorDashes we've talked about at 90 billion, and some of the other ones that have like nothing, but they're being priced like they have everything. This is an ETF for those kind of companies. Obviously, it's been doing very well, and Wall Street makes a lot of money from these, from these IPOs. So this one right now, though, it looks kind of toppy to me. We'll see. Microsoft, looks pretty good, but it could go either way. Qualcomm, Also could go either way. Big player in 5G. This one will break down if the market breaks down. It's important. Rio Tinto. This is again another metals company, commodity company. Very accelerated play. I'd watch out for ones that are like in these are the base metals. You know, the ones like zinc, nickel, lead. Those are base metals. Those are ones that all these companies like aluminum and all that are specialized in copper. Those ones may right now have peaked out. We'll see, or they may be close to it. Target, yes, everybody wants to go to Target. I know I do. I go shopping there all the time, and of course it's going to be at all-time highs because everybody is there shopping, keeping socially distant, I'm sure. This is Tesla. This one is really interesting. This company cost short sellers almost $40 billion according to this year alone, or in 2020, according to Bloomberg. This thing is trading at $1.2 million per car sold. Just thought you might want to know that. 1.2 million per car sold. And now Elon Musk is one of the richest men in America. Unreal, but it's all true. Okay. This is UPS. This also looks like it's in a rounded top. This would be some economic trouble if it happens. Again, another major transport company. This is some sectors. The bank index, you know, again, they're not really pushing higher like we had hoped. And so this one, you know, I'm kind of giving a little bit of an ascending wedge type of look. Biotech index, it did break out. It's coming back. You know, I guess they came up with a vaccination for humanity. So, you know, there's just less people around back here. That was one of the things, you know, the biotech companies came up for a vaccination so you don't have to live anymore. And then I guess people took it. So that's what happened back here. This is the Dow Jones REIT index. This is real estate trusts. Now, these cut both ways. Now, you might read that real estate's in a bubble. You might read otherwise. These are all companies that are, you know, real estate oriented. The lower interest rates help them. The lower dollar helps them. But higher interest rates will hurt them, actually. But the lower dollar helps them. So real estate's kind of 50-50. This is the oil services index. This didn't go very far. And this is one of the reasons I'm not that bullish on the market right now. Why I think it's going to disappoint people is because one of the things like banks and oil that was going to move, it's just not going anywhere. Semiconductors, these things always go up. You know, if there's one thing we all love, we have to have our chips, right? Can't eat just one. Airline index, again, these are basically bankrupt companies. Why this thing has value is just it's beyond me. It is part of our return to normalcy after the holidays, or a return to complete dysfunctional, you know, whatever the hell it is that we are returning to. But it's amazing. Broker dealer index, they're happy. Those IPOs, they make a lot of money doing those. So that's good stuff. Retail, again, at least this particular ETF's looking kind of toppy. I mean, I guess with all these stimulus checks that are coming out, you know, I guess investors are anticipating that money's going to go into retail. Well, where else is it going to go? The bank? You know, I don't know where else they're going to put it. Home builders index. Now, this one, I understand that the reason the home builders index is going up is because, you know, all these millennials are moving into shared basements where they can play video games. They have weed delivered, and there's like now 4 basement complexes that's vaulting up the home builders index. No, I'm just kidding about that. It's actually, they limit it to 3 millennials in basement complex. Okay, so that's home builders. All right, now healthcare sector right there. You know, as I said earlier, it's good money to create a sickness and have everybody get it and then get a mutated version of it. Create vaccines for it and then have the vaccines kill a bunch of others with, you know, side effects. Awesome business. You create your own demand. That's basically what they're able to do. S&P retail, and amazing. Look at that, parabolic. Anticipating some kind of stimulus that people are going to end up having money, burning a hole in their pockets and spending it like crazy. Okay, gold. Now we're going to get to what's really exciting. The precious metals are ready to go. If you've been following, these things have been kind of consolidating for a while, but look at gold here. It is right ready to break out. Poised for a massive breakout is what we said. It is going to have a massive breakout, and I would say probably a 50%, 40% move from the bottom at around 1,800 is what we would expect. So, you know, we're looking for about 2,500 on gold, you know, in sort of like the next multi-month move. Here's gold for 20 years. This is why this move is so exciting, because it's only part of a move of what is likely to be a huge bull market that's going to take us up 600-700%. At other peaks, the Dow gold ratio has actually gone as low as 1 or 2 in the past, meaning that the Dow divided by gold has gone as low as 2 or 1. If that happened today, gold would go to 30,000. It won't happen today, but you know what it tells you is that gold has a long ways to go up. The Dow has a long ways to go down before they're at the kind of extremes that historically they've gone too far. So gold has, this one is going to make people money and keep them from getting obliterated by inflation. So is silver. Silver's already on the move. It's now the miners look just great. I just love this one. I love to say this is the UGL ETF. UGL is not ugly. It is beautiful, poised to explode right there. See? All right. Ultra silver, poised to explode. This is another one I'd look at. Coeur d'Alene mining. Look at that, already exploded. We've been talking about this for weeks. This thing has so far potentially to go. All right. Dorado Gold, same thing. And this is the miners, the ETF of the miners. If you want to get something, sort of a basket right there. Poised again for a massive breakout. Hecla Mining, look at that. Ready for a massive breakout itself. Another one we've talked about. Kinross Gold, right there. Look at that. See, the beauty of buying here is that if it breaks above like 750, you buy, and you pretty much have a stop at $7. Breaks below $7, you sell. So you're really risking like 50 cents. And the pattern is beautiful. It looks like it could go up quite a ways. That's what a low risk entry point looks like. This is Pan American Silver. Look at that. Ready to break out where the arrows are. Silver is just looking really good. This is one that is very low priced. I kind of like it. This is a spec. It's called Paramount Gold and Silver. And this one, it trades at about $1. This one, if you want to speculate a little bit, we kind of like that one. And this is Seabridge Gold. This one has just a ton of gold. And I'll tell you, and we're gonna end with SSRM mining. But I'll tell you this: this is where the money's going to be made. You end up getting some of the right companies for the right period of time. All that damage that caused what's going on behind me will not happen to you. I hope you can subscribe. We'd really like to see you again and again and again. We have lots of great information. Wednesday is going to be Weed Wednesday. We're going to talk about the cannabis sector in a little bit more detail. I hope you have a great weekend. You're going to have a great 2021. So are we. Whoote says goodbye. We love you. Questions, just email us. See you on Wednesday.